Hello, welcome to my channel. Just kidding. I don't have a channel. This is the first video I ever made, and it's really a lot more awkward than I thought it was gonna be. So I'm just gonna jump right into it, okay? I am the crazy bulldog lady, as many know me. No, they don't. I just made that up. But people really do call me crazy because I have 4 bulldogs, English bulldogs. And everybody always asks me, like, how did you come to having 4? Because 4 is... I mean, people say it's a large number or whatever, but I want 6 one day, so. But the main reason people ask me that is because I still live at home, the Colorado market or whatever. So, anyways, my mom is not a huge animal dog lover, okay? So, how did I get to owning 4 bulldogs? So let's start with way back in the day. I think I was like 4. My dad kind of put us in the car and said, hey, I have a surprise, let's go pick it up. My mom was also in the dark. She had no idea what the surprise was. So we drive to the airport, like in the cargo area. I don't really know what it's called. He comes out with a crate. So in the crate there's a little English bulldog puppy. We named him Bam Bam. And he was my best friend forever until he passed away when I was about 11 or 12, because he lived to be about 7 or 8. He suffered from a lot of health problems, which a lot of bulldogs do. And, you know, since having my own bulldogs, I've obviously done my own research, and like in regards to food, in regards to, you know, what to bathe them with. And I feel like with Bam Bam, he was like the family bulldog, and I didn't really know a whole lot back then, so I don't feel like I was young also, so like I couldn't really do anything. But I don't feel like he was given like the, you know, quality food. He was bathed with like dish soap, which, I mean, if that's what you do, like, live your best life. But I don't feel like it was best for Bam Bam. So he had like severe allergies, and the vets were like, something in the house, like it's the cleaning products he's allergic to, blah blah blah. So they put him on prednisone, which like I'm not with the shits. He always had really bad allergies. He was always like really itchy, red, like He also had cherry eye, which is common in bulldog. 2 of mine have had it. One of them, actually, the one we just rescued, has it right now. It's like common in bulldogs, not just in bulldogs, but okay. He was like really sick all the time. I just remember all the time he was really sick. They always had to give him pills, and like his allergy pills and stuff. And one day I do remember like waking up, and he was very sick. Like he was like peeing blood, and he was just not doing well at all. So we took him to the vet, and they had to put him down, unfortunately, that day. I don't even know exactly like what he died from. I was so young, and honestly, like, I think I ever really just asked. Like, it's devastating to me when he passed away. Like, that was my best friend. And then we never had a bulldog again. Okay, no, I have 4. So then fast forward years later, I think like 20, I don't know, I want to say it was 2017. It has to be 2017, because my oldest is gonna be 4 this year, and we've had her since she was a puppy. So I had been wanting one like forever since Bam Bam died. And she was a gift, so we went and picked her up from a local breeder. We drove about an hour, a little over an hour, just outside of Greeley. I don't even remember what the Wellington, Colorado is where we got her from. From a breeder that we found through a friend who had just purchased a bulldog. That's kind of what started it all. Alicia, if you're watching this, baby girl, she purchased a bulldog, took him to my cousin's, and I fell in love. And from that point on, I was like, I'm getting one, like, it's happening. So we got Cupcake from the same breeder, and it was like a family. So we got Cupcake from her. Not long after we had Cupcake, she was probably like 7-ish months, maybe a little bit older. We got Stud Muffin, and he was an all-black bulldog that we found on Instagram, and we had him shipped here from California. So when I went and picked him up from the same kind of cargo area where we got Bam Bam, he comes in a crate. He's like super just like petrified, shaking, like had peed himself in his crate. Like he was on that flight by himself as a little 8-week-old puppy. We're idiots. Okay, so we got him home. He actually wasn't supposed to stay here. He was supposed to stay with my ex-boyfriend, but I kind of like weaseled my way into having him stay here with us. So he stayed here with us. And then shortly after that, from the same breeder that we got Stud Muffin, we got Pickles. Now Pickles also flew here from California, same breeder. Again, we did it twice. Like, he was like not as shaken up as Stud Muffin was, but they both did have mites, Demodex, and the vets think it's from the stress that occurred from them flying here. Stud Muffin had it worse than Pickles. For the longest time, it was just the three of them, the three amigos. It was Cupcake, Pickles, and Stud Muffin. Stud Muffin and Pickles were like homies for life. They, you know, were very close in age. Came from the same breeder. They weren't like litter mates or anything, but they came from the same breeder. They were really tight growing up, and then all of a sudden Pickles got really close with Cupcake, and they were like homies for life. And then Stud Muffin got really sick. I believe he had kennel cough, so we had to take him to like the emergency vet. Long story short, he was fine, but me and my ex-boyfriend broke up, so since that was originally supposed to be his dog, he took him. So I had Cupcake and Pickles, and we would see Stud Muffin every now and then, but it seemed like Pickles and him, like, well, mostly Pickles, would not get along with him after they were separated, which was very like heartbreaking for me because I knew that they were like homies for life. I thought they were homies for life, but they weren't. We stopped seeing Stud Muffin, unfortunately, and he was bred. And so out of that litter, I begged my mom. This is the first dog that I got permission with. The other three, I just kind of kept bringing them home. I don't know how that worked, but it worked. Never worked again, but okay. So I asked my mom, like, begged her. She kept saying no until finally she said yes, if I could have Stud Muffin's daughter. So Stud Muffin's daughter is named Crumbles. Her name is Crumbles, and I picked that because a crumb is like a little piece of a muffin. So she was like a little piece of Stud Muffin. Since he was no longer here with us, we then had Crumbles. Well, Stud Muffin was very calm, very like just such a chill, relaxed dog. Crumbles is a psychopath. Still to this day, she is crazy. Okay, nothing like her father. So then I just had the three of them. I had Crumbles, Cupcake, and Pickles, and they were the three amigos now. And I had them for a couple years, you know, just them. I was like convinced, like, I'm never gonna be able to get another bulldog until I move out, which when is not gonna be in Colorado, you know. And the more that I just kind of think about it and think about like people really impregnate animals to make money off of them, like, no, all my dogs are fixed. I never wanted Cupcake or Crumbles to have to be pregnant because a bitch does not want to be pregnant either. Like, it's just no. So they're all fixed. And so now I'm like an avid, like, oh, I want to rescue all the bulldogs. Yeah. I'm constantly on like rescue pages, constantly like looking at all these bulldogs that I want to rescue. And so I was always like, it's never gonna happen. Like, I'm never gonna be able to rescue a dog or have another dog at all, period. Well, let me tell you. I did, obviously, same as Pretzel. He was about 8 months when I rescued him. He came from a rescue called the Forgotten Bull Terriers. So they specialize in bully breeds. That's like the fourth one, right? This was like my dream come true. I've always wanted to rescue one because there's so many out there, right? Breeders just breed the dogs, and a lot of times people, you know, aren't educated on how to care for them. They're a high maintenance breed, as you maybe you don't know. Well, no, I'm telling you. Believe she's not watching this because this is the truth behind it. I applied to rescue this dog and I was approved, but I dragged my boyfriend into it, saying that he gifted it to me so that my mom would like be more inclined to let me keep it. I ended up having to have like a talk with her anyways about it, but she ended up letting me keep him. So now I have my 4 little bulldog babies and I love them to death. And I promise that the videos going forward will not be this long and will not be me rambling. This was just kind of the introduction to the Anthony family. What we want to do is test chew toys. All of the brands out there claim that their toys are, you know, nearly indestructible, they're chew proof, they're whatever. Well, my dogs are pretty avid chewers, and there's 4 of them. So if any toy can withstand them for, I want to say, longer than like 10 minutes, because after 10 minutes they kind of lose interest and then they'll come back to it later. But when they're first interested, they're like gnawing at it, they're chewing at it, and they're destroying it, right? So all these toys that say and claim to be chew toys, indestructible, chew proof, whatever, we want to test them. We're hoping to do like maybe 1 toy per week and just really see what toys out there are worth you spending your money on, because we have spent so much money on toys that they destroy in 2 seconds. So great, right? Usually I don't buy like 4 of each toy because they all are gonna fight over the same toy anyway. So I'll buy 1 toy and just kind of let them, maybe two, let them go at it. I think that's kind of what we're gonna try doing every week, is try a new brand, a new toy, whatever. We're gonna, you know, talk about the price, talk about reviews, and then just let them go at it and see how it like stands up to their jaws, because they're chewers. They've chewed just about everything in this house: couches, dining room tables. I'm surprised my mom hasn't kicked all of us out, but a mother's love, right? And this is us. We're the Anthony family, and this is our new channel. Like, subscribe, hello. And hopefully this will be good information if you're a, you know, pet owner and you have a chewer on your hands, so we can talk about which toys are worth it. Thanks. Bye. Peace out.